Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. On this day, on this occasion, we would like to present our material, and the topic is about the causes and impacts of climate change and how do we mitigate them. But before I continue the presentation, I would like to introduce my friends first. And the first one is Putri Dianing Rahayu. The second one is Teti Uhrawi, and then Lutfiah Kalsum, Muhammad Dafa Shafwan Alfaridzy, which is me. And the last one is Andi, Ryaz, Daviq, Ardavi. To shorten the time, we just get to the first presentator, which is Lutfiah. So, Lutfiah, explain your material, please.
Water vapor, the most abundant greenhouse gas, but importantly, it acts as a feedback to the climate. Water vapor increases as the Earth's atmosphere warms, but so does the possibility of clouds and precipitation, making this some of the most important feedback mechanism to the greenhouse effect.
Next presenter is me. I would like to explain my material. Carbon dioxide, a minor but very important component of the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide is released through natural process such as respiration and volcano eruptions, and through human activities such as deforestation, land use changes, and burning fossil fuels. Humans have increased atmospheric CO2 concentration by 47% since the Industrial Revolution began. This is the most important long-lived forcing of climate change. For the next presenter is Andi, Ryaz, Daviq, Ardavi. Please explain your material.
Okay, the next is methane. Methane, a hydrocarbon gas produced both through natural source and human activities, including the decomposition of wastes in landfills, agriculture, and especially rice cultivation, as well as ruminant degradation and manure management associated with domestic livestock. On a molecular basis, methane is a far more active greenhouse gas than carbon dioxide, but also one which is much less abundant in the atmosphere.
Okay, so we move to the next presenter, which is Putri Dianing. So Putri Dianing, please explain your material.
Nitrous oxide, a powerful greenhouse gas produced by soil cultivation, especially the use of commercial and organic fertilizers, fossil fuel combustions, nitric acid productions, and biomass burning.
Okay, next we move to the next presenter, which is Teti Uhrawi. So Teti, please explain.
Okay, it is chlorofluorocarbons, synthetic compounds entirely of industrial origin used in a number of applications, but now largely regulated in production and released to the atmosphere by international agreements for their ability to contribute to the destruction of the ozone layer. They are also greenhouse gases.
Okay, since all of the presentators have already explained their material in the causes of climate change, then we move to the next material, which is the impact of climate change. So please, Lutfiah, explain your material.
The impact of climate change, water vapor. There is also a possibility that adding more water vapor to the atmosphere could produce a negative feedback effect. This could happen if more water vapor leads to more cloud formation. Clouds reflect sunlight and reduce the amount of energy that reaches the Earth's surface to warm it. If the amount of solar warming decreases, then the temperature of the Earth will decrease. In that case, the effect of adding more water vapor would be cooling rather than warming, but could cover does mean more condensed water in the atmosphere, making for a stronger greenhouse effect than non-condensed water vapor alone. It is warmer on a cloudy winter day than on a clear one.
Okay, thank you. So we move to the next. We move to the next presentator, which is me. So I would like to explain my material. Carbon dioxide. Rising carbon dioxide concentrations will increase plant growth, more rapid leaf area development, and more total leaf area could translate into more transpiration. Rising carbon dioxide concentrations will decrease leaf stomatal conductance to water vapor. This effect could reduce transpiration. And then we move to the next presentator, which is Ryaz. So explain your material, please.
Okay, here I will explain about the impact of methane. High levels of methane can reduce the amount of oxygen breathed from the air. This can result in mood change, slurred speech, vision problems, memory loss, nausea, vomiting, facial flushing, and headache.
Okay, thank you, Ryaz. So we move to the next presentator. Putri Dianing, please.
Nitrogen oxides can damage the ozone layer, which humans rely on the brief mass of the sun's ultraviolet radiation from reaching Earth's surface. The double trace effect results in the gas potency. One pounds of N2O warms the atmosphere about 300 times the amount that 1 pound of carbon dioxide does over 100 years time cell. Its potency and relative long life make N2O a dangerous contributor to climate change.
Okay, thank you, Dianing. So we move to the last presentator in our group, which is Teti Uhrawi. So please, Teti, explain us your material.
As is chlorofluorocarbons, hydrochlorofluorocarbons, and halogens destroy the Earth's protective ozone layer, which shields the Earth from harmful ultraviolet UVB rays generated from the sun. CFCs, HCFCs also warm the lower atmosphere of the Earth, changing global climate.
Okay, I think that's all of the explanation from our group, which the topic is about the effects and the causes from a climate change. We also want to say thank you for all of your attention, and And yet we would like to apologize if there is any mistakes that we made during this presentation. We really hope that our presentation will be useful from all of us, especially from ourselves in this group as well. So, yep, that's all from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi